we are here to do another equilibrium simulation, and we're going to be using pennies, and we're going to pretend that our pennies that we have right here are representing reactants, okay? And right now we are starting with 40 pennies, yeah? And she's in charge of the reactants, and I'm in charge of the products. Check out how many products I have right now. Nothing, right? Because we haven't started yet. So we have 40 reactants and 0 products. Can you show that on our table? There it is, 40 and nothing. But we're going to pretend that this reaction is going to get started, but it is a reversible reaction, so it can go forward and it can actually go in reverse. The rule that we're going to use to model this is that every time you go forward, you can give me half of your pennies, and every time I go back, I can give you a quarter of my pennies. Ready? So give me half. That's rude. All right, so you gave me half, that was 20, but now I need to give you a quarter back. So I have 20, a quarter of that, so half is 10, half of that is 5, so I'm gonna give 5 back. There we go. So now at the end of like 1 forward, 1 back, you have how much?
25.
And I have 15, all right? So let's see how that looks like, right?
Yeah.
Great. Now let's do it again. Go ahead. You give me half of what you have. If you have like a number that's not quite a whole number, like the half of 25 is 12.5, so we're gonna have to make that 13. You go ahead and round it up if you're doing it at home. Okay, so now I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
You have to
28.
give me a quarter.
28. What?
Give me a quarter.
A quarter, okay, a quarter of what I have. So I have 25, 28, half of 28 is 14, and half of that is 7. That would be a quarter, okay, so 5 and 2 more pennies, that's 7. Great. All right, what you got?
19.
19, and I have 21. Oh, look at that. Look how I'm ahead now. Okay, go ahead. We're gonna do this again. Let's see, maybe I'm gonna win. All right, give me half of what you have. So that was 19, you're gonna make that a 10. Okay, so I have 10, I actually have 31. I'm gonna make that a 30. Half of that is 15, or let's say 8. I need to give you 8 back. I think so. So 5 and 3 more. That's your 8. Thank you. Now I have 23. I have 23. Do I have 23? We don't know how to count. Wait. Yeah, I have 23. Aha. Cheater. Aha, 17 and 23. One of the things that I want to say so far is that because, can we see this again? I think that we've been representing how reactants become products and products become reactants, and counting every time, keeping a tally, kind of thinking about this representing a concentration of products and reactants, right? But one thing that I've noticed that every time we do it, our numbers are changing. That is my really good evidence that this has not reached equilibrium yet. When it has reached equilibrium, we have got to have a constant amount of products and reactants. And I'm still trying to figure out if this is going to happen, but we're going to keep doing it until it happens, okay? So let's see. You give me half of what you have. What's half? Ooh, half of 17. That's a tough one. Make it 18. You give me 9? All right, so 9
I rounded it down. It's my fault.
Okay. Stingy.
Sorry.
Okay. So 5, and that's a 5. Okay, so I actually have 32 pennies, but I need to give her back a quarter of that. So 32, half of that is 16, yeah? And then half of that is 8, and that is a quarter. Okay, so 5 and, yikes, right there. That's you. And I have 24.
I have 16.
And you have 16. Did the numbers change?
Yeah.
So we haven't reached equilibrium yet. Let's do it again. All right, give me half of that. All right, so you give me 8 this way, and I am going to say that I now again have, I have 32. Half of that is, I know this, 16, and half of that is 8, so I'm going to give you 8 back. There you go. How much do you have? How much do I have? I have 24 products.
I have 16.
You have 16. Oh, interesting. Let's do it again. Go ahead and give me half of that. Half of 16. 8. Oh, this is starting to be repetitive. So now I have 32, have 16, 8. Okay, I'll give you 8 back. There you go. I continue now to have 24. And you have
16.
Aha. Can we see the data? So the reaction had not reached equilibrium, and then it happened. And we're going to graph this and see how it looks on a graph. Trial 1 is done.